Hello friends, good morning. Today I am going to discuss about definition, source and origin of mental symptoms. In a previous video we discussed about the importance of mental symptoms in homeopathic practice. So first we see definition of mental symptoms. Mind is the faculty of memorizing, understanding and reasoning, preserving and finally deserving. Mind is the faculty of memorizing, understanding and reasoning, preserving and finally deserving. So in detail meaning of memorizing, understanding and reasoning, preserving and deserving we see in next video under heading growth and development. Functional area of brain. We memorize or revise functional area of brain anatomically. Visual area, somatosensory area, vernix area, sensory area, auditory area, motor area, association area, Broca's area, motor function area, higher mental function area, cerebellum. These are the 18 subdivision or functional area of brain which anatomically distributed or divided. Visual area, somatosensory association area, vernix area, sensory area, auditory area, motor area, association area, Broca's area, motor function area, higher mental function, cerebellum. These 11 areas is responsible for the individual functions, like visual area is responsible for the function of vision. Somatosensory area is responsible for the sensation of somatic means body. Vernix area, sensory area, auditory area, motor area, association area, Broca's area, motor function area, higher mental functions and cerebellum. These are the different anatomical subdivision of brain which is responsible for different functions. Cortex can be divided into three functionally distinct areas. Cortex of brain can be divided into three functionally distinct areas: sensory, motor and association. Sensory, motor and association. The main sensory area of the brain include primary auditory cortex, primary somatosensory cortex and primary visual cortex. The main sensory area of the brain include primary auditory cortex, primary somatosensory cortex and primary visual cortex. Again we see source of mental symptoms. In case of pains or sufferings at any place of our body, we say, my mind is lying on the diseased point. In case of pains or sufferings at any place of our body, we say, my mind is lying on the diseased point or focused on diseased point. Aphorism 9 of Organon of Medicine. Hahnemann says, our indwelling region gifted mind. Term is indwelling region gifted mind. Indwelling means dwelling inside our body at any place, means brain focused or take care inside our body at any place. Brain transmits or receives any abnormal feeling or suffering inside our body at any place. Origin. Dr. Salden Hanks, Talcott AMMD, in his mental disease nicely enumerate the facts as follows. Brain works during evolution of thought. Brain works during evolution of thoughts. There are two classes of intellectual faculty. According to Dr. Salden Hanks, there are two classes of intellectual faculties, the knowing and the reflecting. Knowing and the reflecting. We say knowing means perception and the reflecting in the action after perception or understanding. The knowing faculties are individuality. The knowing faculties are individuality. The reflecting faculties are the comparison and causality. Each faculty has a separate portion of the brain for its home. The memory belongs to each faculty. Hence, there are many kinds of memory as there are homes for the knowing and reflecting faculty. Memory is simply a retentive attribute or power of mind. Memory is simply a retentive attribute or power of mind. It divided into three parts or condition. Number one, the first condition is that the mind accepts readily only what it most needs or wishes to use. Number one is the first condition is that the mind accepts readily only what it most needs or wishes to use. Number two, or the second, is to associate them carefully with things already remembered in such a manner that they may be recalled. And third, the third condition is fixing attention to subjects. Fixing attention to subject or particular subject. Thus, we see brain and mind are so interrelated that we cannot think one about the other. We see function of brain divided into three parts: reflecting, thought, knowing. Reflecting, thought, knowing. Reflecting is further divided into two parts: separate home and memory, retentive attribute or power of mind, and comparison and causality. Knowing divided into two parts. Number one is individuality, accept and associates for recalling final attention. And second part of knowing is separate home, memory. So today we see definition, source, origin of the mental symptoms. In next video, we see growth of mental symptoms. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.